at all concerned that the new January 6th committee will find you liable for that day? Are you at all concerned about the new January 6th committee finding you liable for that day? Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up! Where's me gold?
I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
Huh? The American people want to know. We still have questions. Thank you.
What do we want?
We don't know.
When do we want it?
Also unclear.
Why do we want it?
Because it was forwarded to us in an email, so it must be true. Yeah!
It's been 8 days since the government shut down. Every night I dream of our national parks and our municipalities. I live in fear of the Postal Service experiencing delays. The saloons never sold more rum. Harper, my beloved, toils away as usual. She has long COVID-19 from when she was a girl. It made her simple. She has no idea that the government has shut down. We can't go on like this. We haven't been to a museum in days. But I won't sit around. I'm gonna find the government whatever it takes. Yes. It's almost Halloween. It's on a Friday this year, which is awesome. Sincerely, Aiden. Time to go west, dear.
But why?
They say there's government out there.
Will there be national parks and well-staffed municipalities?
Well, I would hope.
You have to renew your passport.
I know.
Mom's gonna be pissed if you don't because you already bought the
I
ticket.
got it. How's the long COVID, dear?
Easy, do you like bofa?
Bofa?
Yeah, bofa these nuts on your chin.
Ah, man. Oh, you got me.
I couldn't help.
Sir? Don't say nothing. Just give me your black card, bro. Just give it to me.
For what?
You in a room full of white people.
Wait for it.
You the only black nigga there.
There's only one white person in the room.
They turning you to an Oreo, bro.
Here it comes.
You said a room. You said give you my black card.
Yeah, give it to me, bro.
Almost there.
Yeah, you mean your fucking food stamps, nigger?
Damn!
I'm a Congolese person. I'm not one of you street American black hobo bitch. Okay, don't get it mixed up. Okay, you could have just came here, been nice. We could have a cool conversation. I'm not one of you black Americans. Moi, je suis Congolais. Je suis prince du Congo. Tu me connais pas, alright? Don't play.
Emotional damage.
Say the weird thing.
Randomly catch myself fantasizing about what an entire roller coaster full of deaf people would sound like.
Bob, are you ready for your showcase prize?
What the fuck is this, Bob?
Hey! You show some respect.
I stopped at the gas station to buy some Reese's peanut butter cups. Ended up buying some beer. Moral of the story, I like titties.
Steve, are you ready for your showcase prize?
Crikey, I was born ready, mate. Crocodile skin boots.
You sick bastards! That was me mate's cousin! Oi! Hey. Come here! Crikey!
Want to know what I found out the other day?
What did you find out the other day?
Did you know the entire Earth is $315 trillion in debt?
Whoa.
Yeah. What? Who do they owe money to?
Bro, who are they getting money from?
It blows my mind that, first off, you have everything on the planet here to live for free.
You literally have everything you need.
And then you invent a system that creates a deterioration of your own resources.
You created a store of value that's literally storing less and less value every day. Every day.
And you're increasing your technology, and yet somehow you still owe money to someone, and it's $315 trillion. There's not enough paper to print that much cash. What are they doing?
Dude, Earth is like the worst meme coin. It's the worst.
It got rugged.
Earth got rugged.
You don't have to go to hell. You're in hell. This is hell. This is hell. This is hell.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Then strangled them, and finally dismembered their bodies.
Right.
Then homelessness and all that. And now The voice you've been waiting for.
There is a secret zone at the center of the world, and its sound is like razors through flesh. I'm here to turn up the volume.
You fucking retarded scumbag!
Welcome back, and thank you again to everybody that's been sharing these out. Despite the algorithmic fuckery, thanks to you all and good old-fashioned word of mouth, the channel still grows. Albeit slowly, but slow progress is better than none. And I had somebody this past week point out to me that I haven't really talked at all about the brewing conflict down in Venezuela. And I guess part of it is because I don't really have any kind of degree of confidence as to how it's going to turn out. I was completely surprised to see the way Russia just let Syria fall and didn't really do a goddamn thing about it. So while I know that Venezuela has ties to China and Iran and Russia, I don't know, it's just hard for me to say that they're going to actually make a big deal out of this one. And it annoys the shit out of me hearing people that I know better talk about, oh, narco-trafficking, gotta do something about that narco-trafficking.
Are you retarded?
And thinking that blowing up however many boats we're up to now is gonna even marginally disrupt the flow of illegal drugs into this country. For years they kept talking about how all the fentanyl is coming in through Mexico. It's the Chinese are in it with the Mexican cartels. Was there ever any talk about Venezuela sending fentanyl up here before the moment they started blowing these boats up? Because I can't remember a fucking peep. And I guess we're just gonna pretend like the Cocaine Importation Agency completely and for no reason, despite it being extremely lucrative, decided to get out of that business. I mean, give me one reason why I shouldn't believe that this is nothing more than the CIA wiping out their competition, with maybe a possible secondary goal of regime change. And I get that this is our hemisphere, Monroe Doctrine, this is our neighborhood, so it is our business. But I know enough about the history of covert action in Central and South America to know that we should be viewing this with an extremely cynical fucking eye. And I think this is also the first time, correct me if I'm wrong, that a president has ever actually publicly announced that they're sending in the CIA to try to fuck your shit up. At this point, there's probably very few countries on the planet we haven't done something like that to, but since when do we announce it? This is really starting to seem like Bay of Pigs 2.0. If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean that Bay of Pigs was an invasion that was tailor-made to fail in order to cause public embarrassment to JFK.
Why would they do that?
Well, primarily, I think it was because they were pissed off about the whole Operation Northwoods thing.
Did you know that in 1962, America's top generals approved a plan to murder their own citizens? Operation Northwoods was a classified CIA proposal that would stage fake terrorist attacks across the United States. The Joint Chiefs of Staff signed off on every horrific detail. They planned to shoot down passenger planes filled with innocent Americans, then blame Cuba for the massacre. Miami would be bombed. Washington, D.C. would face coordinated terrorist strikes. Cuban refugees fleeing to America would be deliberately drowned at sea, their deaths used as propaganda. Remote-controlled aircraft would crash into buildings while fake passenger lists were released to the press. The military calculated exactly how many civilians needed to die to justify invading Cuba. Each attack was designed for maximum emotional impact on the American public. President Kennedy read the proposal and refused to sign it. One signature stood between approval and mass murder of American citizens by their own government. The document stayed buried for 40 years until declassification revealed how close we came to state-sponsored terrorism.
Now, when you think about that was a plan that our military drew up and approved in the late 50s, early 60s. Killing American citizens in order to justify going to war. Shouldn't be that shocking. I mean, think about the Lusitania or Pearl Harbor. But you think about the fact that that was over 60 years ago. Now, in the past 60 years, would you say that our government has gotten less corrupt and evil? Or has the rot festered and grown? So yeah, when I see people that I've heard talk about Gary Webb and the whole Dark Alliance thing, and how the CIA was exposed for running cocaine and flooding the streets of South Central LA with fucking crack cocaine, and then turn around now and suddenly act like they're blowing these boats up to do us a fucking solid and keep drugs off our streets.
You stupid.
And I know some of you might view that as being unnecessarily pessimistic, but I can assure you it's for good cause. I have the same level of distrust for anything the CIA is involved with as I do for anything that the FBI is involved with. For months I kept holding out hope that Trump would run out of patience and call a meeting with Bondi and Patel and Bongino, and then walk in the room and say,
"Good morning, dinguses. What are you doing? Touching each other's butts?"
Because at best, the three of them are completely incompetent and ineffectual, and at worst, they've signed on to Team Fuckhead. Between the whole hoax release of the Epstein files with the bait-and-switch folder, and then, oh, what's Phase 2? Phase 2 is just kidding, go fuck yourself, you don't get anything else. And these assholes sitting there with a straight face saying that the kid up in Butler acted completely by himself. And I'm probably the most pissed off at Kash Patel, because he talked the biggest game, and I completely supported his nomination. I was willing to overlook the creepy bug-eyed stare that he has, but now he's proven himself to be a total shit-cunt muppet.
I know. He smells like pussy. You want it? He smells like the asshole. And motherfucker smells like wetback dick. They smell like a pile of bullshit.
You could actually make a case, a shitty case mind you, but you could actually make the case that, well, with the Epstein thing, yeah, they probably scrubbed all the useful evidence out of it. And sure, going along with the ongoing cover-up with that, you could at least make the argument that, look, it's a shit situation, and coming into that position now, there's just not a whole lot you could do about that. But this Charlie Kirk assassination investigation, this happened under his fucking watch. Because one thing that damn near everybody can agree on when it comes to that is that there is a fucking cover-up going on.
Is again with social media, when you have hysterical conspiracy theories filling the void, you're harming Charlie and his family and a rightful prosecution of his alleged assassin, who we have in custody, and rightly so, in my opinion. And if anyone helped him, do you think that we at this FBI are literally going to let them get away with it?
Yes.
Us standing silent in the face of growing conspiracy theories, that's what we do to shut down a faulty prosecution. That's what we do to shut down a system of justice that wants to be exploited by these same anarchists. And that's what they're doing.
Yep.
They're bringing it to social media. They're bringing it online for clickbait, and we're not going to take it.
That was some bitch nigga shit.
So you're saying that because people still have some questions and suspicions, mostly due to the fact that every bit of information you've put out is either contradictory or non-fucking-sensical, but we're just gonna write all that off as anarchists trying to bring down the DOJ, and we're not gonna address any of that or release any more information. You weaselly little fuck.
Enhance your calm burst, Spartan.
You're right, I know, you're right. Okay, let's talk about something else. You got something for me?
Check this out.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line. I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know.
Correct. What do you think?
I think no one made a bigger impact, and I know this personally from my grandfather announcing his death. John Lennon, imagine all the people.
My model of business is the Beatles. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, he was a huge Beatles fan. He named his company Apple, the same name the Beatles gave theirs.
Our own anyway now.
You never can be anything else
We
but
are
the
the
Beatles.
Beatles, that's what we are. We're also Apple as well, see. They're like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Brown.
Dissatisfied because the current state didn't live up to their ideals. Without death, there would be very little progress.
That was actually pretty interesting. I don't even really know what to say. I just can't write off anything in these days of seemingly everything turning out to be bullshit. What else did I want to talk about?
What about the election?
Oh yeah, that's right. In just over 2 weeks, we have a mayoral election coming up in, you guessed it,
New York City.
New York City!
As far as I'm concerned, New York City hit its high water mark October 16th, 2006, the day that CBGB closed. Ever since then, it's been a long slide downhill. And apparently now, just under 20 years later, New Yorkers have decided to unlock that final achievement. Even with Eric Adams dropping out of the race to consolidate opposition support behind Cuomo, Zoltar Macaroni is still leading by double digits in pretty much all the polls. And I had pretty much run out of any sympathy for the people that decided to stick around there after the COOF nonsense. But especially now, gotta know when to cut your losses and head out for greener pastures, fuck. And this fucking kid is such a joke.
Free of charge. Enjoy your ride. Not only are bus rides free, you get a complimentary knife. Vote for me and get stabbing. Don't be infidel scum. Vote Zoran Mandami and make New York shit again. Allahu Akbar.
You really don't even need the AI stuff because the actual real clips are funny enough.
I think it's one of the key reasons why we have to make buses free is because it reduces the assaults on bus drivers. It creates a safer work environment.
Yeah, we're gonna solve the problem of violence on buses by making them free. As if the crazy, erratic, and homeless types that get on acting a fool don't already get allowed to stay on for free by the bus drivers. And I can't help but wonder how many residents of New York City are just so disillusioned and just look at it like, what? Who gives a fuck? I mean, how much worse could it get? Well, there is one thing I can assure you of.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
And as for the No Kings 2.0 protest, I was glad to see there wasn't a repeat of the first No Kings protest shenanigans. And they had some pretty big ones in, like, New York and LA, and this right here is Chicago. And then there was a whole bunch of smaller ones. And they ranged from just really dumb and cringy to downright creepy and what the fuck is that? You know, they say the revolution will not be televised. Well, this revolution is disguising itself as an SVU episode. And while I was fully expecting Antifa to try to pull off some kind of big event, clearly that didn't happen, but I can't shake the gut feeling that it's coming. These kids got so used to being able to operate openly on messaging boards. Now that there are at least some elements of the FBI actually going after them, the irony there is thick as fuck. But there's gonna be a learning curve, and there's gonna be some sacrificial lambs in that movement that wind up going away for decades. And if you think that's gonna make the crazy little shits pack it in, think again. There was this attack on an ICE facility outside Dallas on July 4th. And what's weird is they say that the two that were just hit with additional terrorism charges for providing a bunch of weapons and body armor, that those two were arrested with 9 others. But when I click on this link, it says there was only 10 people charged for that attack. So the math ain't quite mathin' there, but I was also kind of curious as to how these kids got caught. And the most detailed information I could get between both articles is that several of them were armed wearing body armor and had 2-way radios when Johnson County Sheriff's deputies and other law enforcement personnel finally rounded them up. What, like a few hours later, a few days later? I have a feeling that these idiots made the mistake of thinking that using some app that boasts end-to-end encryption means that it's safe from the feds. And when I woke up this morning, the big news story, well, besides the Amazon Web Services outage, was a story about how the Secret Service had found a sniper's nest with a direct line of sight to where Trump gets off Air Force One in West Palm Beach. Oh, excuse me, a possible sniper's nest. See, it was up in a tree, and it was described by law enforcement as an odd collection of pipes. And this is immediately where it got funny as hell to me. Authorities do not know yet whether it is a hunting stand, or merely junk in a tree, or has a more nefarious purpose. Yeah, maybe it's just some random junk in a tree. And I'm thinking to myself, you're telling me that people are hunting next to the Palm Beach International Airport? Well, the area could be used by hunters who go after invasive green iguanas. I'm sorry, this is just so funny to me because I live here, and yes, the iguanas are a problem, and it's now open season all year round on them. I kill the little fuckers around my house every chance I get because they keep eating my pepper plants. But the idea that somebody would actually build a hunting blind in a fucking tree to go after something that's running around everywhere, and it's just a coincidence that it was a line of sight to where Trump exits Air Force One.
I don't think so.
But then it kind of dawned on me that even more so if there was a huge massacre this past weekend of a bunch of Antifas by some right-wingers. Even more so than that, if somebody actually successfully assassinated Trump, even though we've reached a point where crazy things happening just seems normal now, but there are still certain things that, if I wake up to news of, I consider it to be a signal that the great fucking has commenced. Trump getting assassinated would be one. An internet outage, especially one that lasts more than a couple days and is internet-wide instead of just one company. Or if instead of regional blackouts, one day you wake up and there's news of a coast-to-coast power grid failure. Or it could be something on the other side of the world, like a major escalation in any of the conflicts and wars going on, especially if that escalation involves a mushroom cloud. Doesn't even really matter who it is. Or if you start hearing news about cascading major bank failures, not these piddly little regional banks like the ones that went under a couple years ago, but if some of the bigger well-known banks fail, or if all of a sudden they start actually announcing on the news that this 3I Atlas comet isn't actually a comet, but it's a spaceship. If they start actually seriously fucking saying that on corporate network Mockingbird Media, or any of the other things I just mentioned, that means it's game on.
Oh. Pants all off.
Might as well buckle in and keep your shitting pants handy. Slancha.
All I have in this world is my thoughts and my words, and I don't break them for no one. You understand? So say good night. So say good night to the bad guy. So say good night. So say good night to the bad guy. So say good night. So say good night to the bad guy. So say good night. So say good night to the bad guy.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?